Various streets are hunting East Nusa Tenggara to enjoy the demographic bonus in 2035. The complexity of the problem faced by East Nusa Tenggara triggers the inevitability of the era. As many as 82,957 couples of children-bearing age are married under the age of 19 in East Nusa Tenggara. Meanwhile, a million people do not have a birth certificate out of total population of 4 million recorded by BKKBN. Parents are considered to have a role in determining these early marriages. The family data collection in 2021 reached a million family heads out of the total of a million people according to the entity population and civil registry office. The achievement places NTT as one of the provinces with the best family data collection achievements out of 34 provinces in 2021. From the data collection, 82,000 couples of childbearing age in East Nusa Tenggara were married under the age of 19 out of a total of 623 couples of childbearing age. Marriage under the age of 19 is, among the things, due to uncontrolled promiscuity, customary demands, unwise use of social media, and other problems. The problem faced by couples of childbearing age who marry under this age include not being ready to educate and raise children from marriage and not being economically independent and living in a house so that most of them depend on their parents. Welcome to the Voice of Change with me, Ali Fakri. This time, we will talk about the sensitive topic of early marriage with guest stars who are certainly experts and responsible for this issue. Our guest is spokesperson for the Ministry of Women's Empowerment and Child Protection, Gabriela Graciela. And the next is Public Relation of the Ministry of Health, Ms. Diana Daud. And the last our guest is Governor East Nusa Tenggara, Mr. Ardika Ryubati, and Chairperson of the East Nusa Tenggara Women's Association, Christy Tamelan. Okay, back to topic. I want to ask Ms. Christy Tamelan, as a chairperson of the East Nusa Tenggara Women's Association. Miss, what's your opinion about marriage underage in East Nusa Tenggara Timur?
In our region, especially East Nusa Tenggara, early marriage is still quite high. Therefore, I really regret that many are trapped in early marriage. This is caused by several contributing factors including poverty, limited access to education, and cultural norms that support marriage at a young age. In entity, child marriage also has an impact on health problems such as high stunting rates. Although there have been efforts to reduce this figure, the prevalence of child marriage remains a serious challenge that hinders the potential of the young generation there. How do you, as the governor of entity, respond this problem?
I really regret that percentage of early marriage in East Nusa Tenggara is one of the highest in Indonesia. We ask the provincial government of East Nusa Tenggara are of course making efforts to reduce the problem of early marriage in East Nusa Tenggara. The effort that we, the government of East Nusa Tenggara, are proposing the formation of a child marriage prevent the task force. Issue regional regulation number 5 of 2021, regression prevention of children marriage. Apart from that, several others efforts that can be made to present early marriage are improving children with information, education and provide insight to parents, improving the quality of formal education for children, education children regarding health, tighten the issuance of marriage licenses, building communication with first and practice, encouraging them to send them to higher education, awareness of the negative impacts of underage marriage. Early marriage can be caused by present factors.
Okay, Miss, as the Public Relations Minister of Health, what's your opinion about marriage underage?
Early marriage is a marriage contract that takes place at an age below the applicable regulation. Marriage only applies if the man and woman have reached the age of 19 years.
Okay, Miss, I want to ask you, what's your opinion about marriage underage? What's your opinion? Maybe you have some data to tell us. What's your opinion?
I think the phenomenon of early marriage in Indonesia is very high. Indonesia is ranked second and in Asia and 8 in the world for case of child marriage. Around 22 of the 38 provinces and countries have child marriage rate that are higher than the national average. This is considered boring. This is because the government has clearly regulated the minimum limit for marriage to be 19 years and tied the rules for marriage dispensation in law number 16 of 2019 concerning marriage, but the practice of child marriage is still occurs frequently. In fact, child marriage is one of the most complicated social problems in Indonesia. I see this is a violation of children's rights, including the rights to health, education, and protection from violence. Early marriage ultimately has a negative impact on the physical and mental health of children, especially girls. They are at risk of pregnancy, complications, dropping out of school, and limit economic opportunities. Apart from that, early marriage is also contrary to the marriage law, which regulates the minimum age limit for marriage. Because in my opinion, children have the right to reach optimal growth and develop without the pressure of early marriage.
And what efforts did you make to deal with this problem as a Minister of Health?
The government previously officially issued Government Regulation Number 28 of 2024 concerning the implementation of the health law. One of the main objectives of this regulation is to improve promotive and preventive service to prevent people from falling ill. The service include reproductive health to adults, where the government will promote the provision of communication, information, and education, as well as reproductive health service.
Okay, we're gonna move another question for Miss Gabriela. What efforts did you make to deal with this problem?
The Ministry of Women's Empowerment and Child Protection expressed efforts to prevent child marriage and supports the acceleration of reducing stunting rates and increasing the level of health of Indonesian children as high as possible, in accordance with the mandate of the Convention on the Right of the Children and laws and regulations in Indonesia. This includes stunting, high maternal and even mortality rates, high school dropout rates, high rates of children laborers who are vulnerable to being paid low wage, thereby increasing poverty rates as well as other impact. For this reason, all parties need to work together to prevent child marriage in the best interest of 18 million Indonesian children.
Okay, the conclusion about this topic is early marriage is a marriage that is carried out under the age that has been determined in healthy age marriage according to BKKBN, namely women who marry for the first time under the age of 25 years and men under the age 25 years in their first marriage. All elements of society are needed to deal with this problem. A big role for the government is needed in overcoming the problem of early marriage. And it is the responsibility of parents to see and supersede the growth and development of their children. Prevent early marriage for the healthy and quality golden generation in 2045. Okay, viewers in the studio and at home, unfortunately, I will going to close our show tonight, and I want to say thank you for your coming, Mr. and Mrs. Tonight. I really appreciate you for coming this show, and I really hope we can work together and for more advanced Indonesia to bright future. Thank you so much, and yeah. And goodbye, guys. Bye.